Hello all and welcome back. So today's video is a continuation from the last video on comparing the coronavirus and flus or cold. So one thing that happens is once you fight off a illness, generally your body creates antibodies to it. In other words, it stores a way to fight, keeps in memory a way to fight whatever you've been exposed to. However, scientific studies are starting to show that for some reason, the coronavirus antibodies are not being created at the rate that they would for a flu and cold. That means that you actually have to get sicker with coronavirus and for longer to have the same amount of antibodies as with a cold. That means people are more likely to get sick multiple times. The problem with that, and goes into the next part of comparing the difference between coronavirus and flus and colds. So, everyone I've talked to that's had coronavirus says that, period, coronavirus is worse than any flu or cold they've ever had. I talked to you in previous videos about my experience with coronavirus and our experience here. As my husband said, he thought it was just a really, 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 really bad flu that he had. And that he was getting better. It was lasting a bit longer, but it was just a really bad flu. For me, it was horrible. I am actually still suffering from it, as I've talked about. My husband and I have both talked about it. My husband feels that if he's scared of coming down with it again because of what he went through. And he was better. He only had a few days of the worst symptoms. I had a week or two of the worst symptoms. And then I started to get better. He's scared of catching it again. Everyone I've talked to that has actually come down with symptoms, not has tested positive, but not actually had any symptoms, but those who have actually had symptoms have said they never want to catch it again. So it shows you. Honestly, for me, I think if I were to catch it again, especially soon, in the next while, before I can recover my body, I would be hospitalized or die from it. My husband honestly feels the same way, both about me, but he's scared for himself. He says there is a decent chance because of what he went through that he wouldn't be able to keep his blood sugars under control enough to be able to stay home. He would actually have to be hospitalized, and there's a high chance that he would die because they couldn't keep his blood sugars under control, because it would go on too long. He was lucky to be able to stay home, actually, because of where his blood sugar levels were. But because it was as short as it was, he was able to keep them under control enough that he could stay home. So there's that. So this virus is worse than the flu or the cold. Worse, probably, we can't say for sure, but probably than the 1919 flu that went around that killed so many people, that people at that point were willing to take precautions against. And at the same time, your body doesn't produce the antibodies and stuff at the same level to be able to prevent future infection, which is part of what stopped and helped stop the 1919 pandemic. So, I will go into my feelings on mask wearing and things that happen in Japan and a few things like that in the next video. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.